When you think about the value of a fan, we have a lot of people talking about, well, I've got this fan base, what do I do with it? Well, one of the things you have to do is first understand who they are. So the fan, when that fan clicked that button, it's not, you didn't create an incredible amount of value just by them clicking that button. What you did is you created an opportunity to talk to them and for them to talk to their friends around them. But you've got to actually use that capability. The actual clicking of that button doesn't in and of itself create value. In most cases, these people clicking these buttons are already high-value consumers. We have a bunch of studies that demonstrate that they may be 50 to 100% more likely to actually be purchasing a product on an ongoing basis. So they're already highly engaged consumers. So what you want to do is figure out, you want to keep them engaged and keep them purchasing, but you also want to get them to talk to their friends, to get their friends engaged with the brand.
But I think what's more important than the sheer quantity of the people that are getting together on these networks is the time that they're spending on these networks. Brad shared some numbers already. What we're seeing is 80% of social media users are spending at least 15 minutes per day on social media. 30 to 40% of social media users are spending at least 1 hour every day on these platforms. So a sizable audience spending quite a bit of time, which I think leads us to ask a much more important question, which is, okay, if you have this audience and they're there, what are you doing with them? Are they engaged? So we at Nielsen set out to try to measure that and figure out what kind of levels of engagement brands have been able to achieve on this platform. And first, we had to start out by just defining what do we mean by engagement. And we broke it down into two components. First component is, what are people actually doing on the platform? So are they sharing links? Are they posting comments? Are they taking any sort of action on brand pages and the presence that brands have? Second, in addition to the actions that they are executing on the platforms, we looked at what are they saying in terms of their association with brands. So would they recommend that fan page to a friend or a relative? Would they say it's their favorite one? Do they want to spend more time on it, and so on? We combine all those factors into one number called an engagement index. And when we did a survey across the social media user base, what we see is a large number of people are actually engaged. We put that number around somewhere around 44%. But if you sort of flip it, that means 55% are not quite engaged. So brands have quite a way to go to fully tap into this audience that's there.